Welcome back to Elementor. We're going to go over some more things here. Again, the first video shows you basically how to get in Element and get to a page. I'm going to go over some more of these elements here that you have in Elementor. This is pretty simple here. Here's our picture widget. So if you click on the pencil, like we said before, now let's do the header. Here's the header. And from you click here, that's your header. And you can move it around like this. Here's your header here. If you wanted to add a header in a particular section, you just take this and drag this over. You see the blue bar. And when you let it go, it pops up just like that. And then you can come over here and you can say, this is my first header. So that header can go above that photograph. And then right below it, you have the option. You can center it. You can go left. You can go right. This one. As we explained earlier, the basic content information is here first. You can also change the header here. So if you want to type something, this is my first header section. Okay. So you can type it here. But you got other options here too you can do. You can put a URL in here. Like we said before, remember, I don't know if you remember this, but you just type in the link like CNN.com, like that. To put that link in there. I will usually copy and paste links. And then here's your link option here. You would open up a new window here if you wanted to. If you hit that and you hit update, that would mean now when you scroll over this section and you click it, it's going to go to CNN.com. Like I said, the best way to probably do a link is to go to the page and copy and paste that link straight over there. But you can put a link in that header section too. Okay, of course, you can change the size here. You got H3, H4 here. So that's one way of changing the size. You can make it here. These are just different blocks. H3 is a size. Or you can go to the style here and get more detail again, and then you can start playing around with the color again. Like we said before, you can change the color here. Go back to the style. Here's a typography, which means this is the font. You got all these different fonts in here. You got Arial, Vertinan. You can change the different kinds of fonts that's available to you. Here the font is here. All these different fonts. Some of the more popular ones are right there at the top, as you see. Times Roman is a popular one, so you can put that at the top. You can change the top. Now, the next thing is the size. How big do you want it? You can take this bar here, you can make it small like this, and you can make it go bigger. You can usually have literally a bar. You can scroll that and make that inside. Or here's the actual font size and numbers. You may want to make all of these the same size. So let's say if this section is 30 right here, you can change that like that. The weight of the font is how thick it is. You can make it thin, 300. Super thin is 100. Or you can make it really, really thick and bold like that. And you got some other styles here. I encourage you to go around and play with this. You even got line spacing and letter spacing. You can make the letter space out. But let me change that to black here. And then after the style, after that, you can put a shadow on it. See, it says shadow. So if you want to put a shadow on that, you can, like that. See that shadow show up on there. So the options get on and on with this Elementor. The advanced setting, you can get to the margin. Well, if you want this margin or this block here, let me click this, and I hit the top margin. See that's getting bigger. You want a margin at the top. So I'm getting the more advanced editing features on the box itself. The padding around the box. You can even make this thing scroll. Scroll effects, none. Oh, I want this to scroll from top to bottom. Something like that. That's a sticky menu. So, but you got quite a bit of options here that you can. I would encourage you to play around with these options on the header section. But that's your header. Now I'm gonna tell you something. An Elementor is so neat. You can grab this here, and you can move stuff around. You can move this down here. What if you want to move this box over here? You can literally move stuff any place on the page you want. I can move this header down here. Or let's just move it back up here. So that makes it very simple. You can literally move things and photographs around, like this picture here. I want this picture over here. You just move it. I'm gonna put this picture back here. You can move it back here. So some more stuff, some more things with Elementor to make this a very powerful tool for editing software. Look at this column here. See your column? You can make the columns bigger here. You can make them smaller here. And I'm going to go over how to add a new column too. I'm going to go ahead and do that now since we're here. Let's go back to here. I'm going to click on this. So we just went over the heading section. But if you want to add a new section, you just click on the box and you just hit add a section. And this first element here, go here. You can add as many columns as you want. You can get two or three. But once you add the columns, you can move them around. You can delete columns. Like this would be 3 columns here at the top. And I can take this and move this header up here in this section if I want. You got some text here. I can move the text here if I wanted to. You got a second column here. Let's move this. Even that, we can even do better than that. If you right click, these are all the things you can do with this widget up here. I can duplicate this widget and then move this widget up here if I wanted to. So if you can remember that, if you right click, you can copy a widget, you can duplicate it, you can save it as a global. Of course, you can delete it if you wanted to. So that's about a header. Some more information about Elementor, this very powerful text editor, and some of the things that you can do with this editor. So what we did, we just went over the header and the text editor, and we kind of went over image too. Here's the image too. So if you want to put an image somewhere, you can click here and here's the image come up. So you can choose the image here. You can click here. You can either select it from your computer or you can upload the image by hitting select file. Come here. I think I want to put this image right here on up here. So I click this and I will open it up. You'll wait here. The checkbox, you come down here, you hit insert media, bam, there go that picture. We just inserted that picture in here like this. So that's how you change pictures. Of course, if you go here and you want to insert a new picture, you just drag this over to where you want this picture to be at. You let it go. Then you choose your image and we're going to select her, or you can upload it again. You're going to insert it here and here's your picture. And you can move these around like this. Again, if you right click on a section and you're in here, we can delete this section. We don't want that no more. We can delete this whole column here. The little gray bar is the column. So we want to delete the whole column. We hit delete, that column's gone, just like that. Pretty neat stuff here. So this is the basics of Elementor Training. We went over the image here, how you add a column to the top, how you add a section, and we went over the header and the image. And of course, if you want to delete a section, you can hit this here, and this whole section will delete. You can do it here, of course, or you can do it here, and you delete it, and that section is gone. So here's your training section 2, phase 2 of your Elementor training. I hope you got something like that. A video or a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so that is it for this particular 5-minute or 6-minute video of Elementor. Thank you.